Aloha kako. Hello all. It is time for Aloha Friday and I am finally actually going to teach you another hula. This one is called Christmas Luau, and the reason I picked it, I would have preferred to pick a non-denominational song, winter song, but this one has a wonderful mix of English, Hawaiian, and Pidgin. So we're going to run through it, and then I'm actually going to break down the words in it, and next week I will break down the actual song. But for now, we're just going to run through the song so you can see it, and then I'll tell you all the fun words that you probably don't know. So it's called Christmas Luau, and we're ready. There it is.
Twas the night before Christmas, and out to the hale, we're singing and dancing, and omalimali, Hawaii's malo, and eating pretty aikāne, Pehea, mahalo. Sister gathered flowers for a lei, brother watched the all the day. Soon the music boys began to play, Mele and Luau, Hawaiian. The tables were loaded with plenty of cocoa, Pehea and salmon, and steaming hot lala. We ate our stories into a cup. It was really quite fun. We had a Christmas luau. It was the night before Christmas, and on to the holiday, we're singing and dancing, and omalimali, Hawaii's malo, and eating greeting aikāne, Pehea, mahalo. Sister gathered flowers for a lei, brother watched the all the day. Soon the music boys began to play, Mele and Luau, Hawaiian. The tables were loaded with plenty of cocoa, Pehea and salmon, and steaming hot lala. We ate our stories into a cup. It was really quite caught, and a Christmas luau. Christmas luau.
So that's the hula. It's short and sweet, but I did want to break down some of the words because they're Hawaiian and also Pidgin. And Pidgin is what we speak in Hawaii. It's now called Hawaiian Creole. So it is our own kind of made up language. It pulls from various different languages. So there's a little bit of Japanese, Korean, Samoan, Tongan, Hawaiian. It's a mixed plate, as you would say. So, 'Twas the night before Christmas. You all know that one. All through the hale, which means house. So that's why we do this. So, 'twas the night before Christmas, and all through the hale, we're singing and dancing. And omalimali is basically you're complimenting, you're giving out flattery, you're being kind with your words. And then it goes Papa in his malo, which is a traditional loincloth, and Mama in her mu'umu'u. So everyone thinks of a muumuu as these big tent dresses, but in Hawaiian culture, mu'umu'us are actually formal dresses that you wear for very special occasions. They're very elaborate, they're covered in ruffles, they sometimes have a train, and they're always Hawaiian print patterns. They're really, really, really beautiful, and not these tent dresses that everyone seems to think they are. So greetings, aikāne, is good friends, and then Pehea mahalo is basically an informal greeting of like, oh yeah, how's it? Like, how are you doing? And mahalo means thank you. So that's why we say greetings, aikāne, mahalo. So you're saying thank you. Sister gathered flowers for a lei. So a long time ago, I broke down a lot of the hand movements, and flowers is almost always this one. And a lei, most of us know, is a flower garland or necklace. So, and then brother watched the imu. So imu is an underground kind of a stove. I think I have it as an overground oven. So traditional kulua pig is cooked in the ground. You take a whole pig, you take hot rocks from a fire, usually sometimes lava rocks, throw them at the bottom of a pit, throw banana leaves on top, throw the pig, throw more banana leaves, and then you actually bury it. And you leave it in the dirt to cook. So that's what an imu is. It's an underground oven or pit. Soon the music boys began to play. Mele is song. So they're saying Mele old and new of Hawaiiane, and Hawaiiane is traditionally what we call our island of Hawaii. So Hawaiiane is the full term, and Mele is song. So we're singing songs about old and new Hawaii, because there has been a change in the music, and you kind of go back and forth between traditional and modern. Tables were loaded with plenty of kauka. So kauka is pigeon. That is not a Hawaiian term. That kauka just means food. So it is pigeon. It's not traditionally, like traditional Hawaiian would not say kauka, but kauka is what we in Pidgin say for food. Opihi is actually a limpet. It's really hard to get them off the rock. There's a bunch of songs about trying to scale these rock cliffs to get the opihi off before the wave comes and gets you. So opihi are these limpets, and they suction to the rock, and it's really hard to get them off, but they are very, very ono, or good. So opihi and salmon, usually when they say salmon, they mean lomi lomi salmon. It's an appetizer dish with smoked salmon and tomatoes and onions, and it's kind of cooked in, not really cooked, it's raw, but the salt kind of cooks it. It's really good. And then we say steaming hot laulaus. So laulaus are either pork, fish, chicken, sometimes beef, but usually it's pork or fish, and it's wrapped in a luau leaf, which are these really big leaves, and they're steamed, and they're delicious, and they're very good for you. We ate and talked stories. So talk story is also Pidgin, and it is talk story is just hang out and you get to talk to your friends and you have casual conversation. So that's talk story, and catch up on your lives. Until we were pau. Pau means done, and I'm very proud that my 5-year-old who is nonverbal will tell you when she is pau, and she will say pau, and it makes me really happy. So pau means done, as in finished, like we're done here, we're gonna move on. So pau, it just means done. It was really makai, which just means good. It was really good. It was really makai at our Christmas luau, and luau, we all know, is kind of a party or a get together or a gathering. And so that's the breakdown. I had to highlight the ones to make sure that I hit the ones that I knew that you might not know. But that's the basic hula, and we're just gonna, now you know the words, now you know what they mean. I will post the lyrics and the translation words with this video so that you can kind of see what I'm talking about. And then next week I will break down the actual hula. We'll do hands and footwork. There's really only 3 moves in this one. It's the kaholo, which you all hopefully know because I've drilled it into you a lot. So it's the kaholo, it's the hale, and then it's the umi. Sorry, there's 4. The umi and a ka'u. So those are really the only ones you're going to be doing. It's a really short song. It's a really sweet song for the holidays. So hopefully you'll join me next week. And that's all I've got for you this week. So aloha.